Yes, respected dear youngsters, welcome. Congratulations for two things that today is our 444th day of Geetha talk. 444. And today is the Geetha Jayanti. Margashira Shuddha Ekadashi was the day when the Yuddha started Kurukshetra, and first day Bhagavan Krishna gave this Gita Gnanam to Arjuna. Therefore, today is called as Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. What an excellent, beautiful day coincidence for us that 444 days of our study. I congratulate and appreciate all those who are regularly coming, listening, learning, and with an appeal that continue. Thoroughly study Gita from beginning to end. Take the goal of studying whole Gita. Take the goal of studying Gita by Karma Shatka, Bhakti Shatka, Jnana Shatka way. Take the goal, have the goal of completely mastering every chapter, Arjuna Vishada, Sankhya, Karma, Ityadi, and take the goal of understanding every topic that is covered in every chapter and to develop the topic, every shloka, what it means, try to master it. And while the theory is being learnt to get benefit out of it, to be blessed by it, be practical also in doing everything. Thus, if this is done, Gita, one text, one Shastra, is enough for you not only to give your bhukti outside, but also the inner peace and real mukti, because the practice of Gita Jnana after purifying us reveals the reality to us. You are seeing now the 13th chapter study where the Gneya Vastu, how one by one word we are discussing and we are seeing how the contemplation meditation is done. This is after we are blessed by the Lord because of our Bhakti sadhana done in the Bhakti Shatkam. That was possible because in the Karma Shatkam, whatever Karma Yoga had to be done, we have done. Supposedly. So the Karma Shatkams, Karma Yoga done gives Antakarana Shuddhi. Bhakti Shatkams, Bhakti done gives God's grace and inner ability with which the Jnana Shatkam said, through Jnana, you can discover that Parabrahma, the Gneyam, or Kshetrajna, or Purusha, and you get moksha. They are not far away. Don't think हमको ये सब नहीं चाहिए, हम तो यंगस्टर है, we have to be busy in our school, college, study, education, नौकरी. ये भी चलेगा, ये भी चला. You are genius. You can do 10 works at a time. So add this also. And I'm assuring you, this is the one which will empower you in achieving all successes in all your other fields. And every field's achievement is temporary. This will be permanent. Everybody will have to come to this only. Who knows? It will click to you also. You will turn and you become greatly spiritual, having achieved your outer goals and contributing to the world, fulfilling your duties, responsibilities, obligations. All said and done, my prayers to Lord Krishna, to Geeta Mata, to Bhagavan Vyasa, to all the Acharyas of Bhagavad Gita and Gurus, to bless every one of us, you and me, that we love our Geeta Mata so much, Shruti Mata, and we thoroughly study, and we just by doing sadhana deserve the blessings of all of them, so that the said Bhukti, Mukti, all of them come to us. May the Lord bless every one of you, the serious, sincere students. Okay? So, Geeta Jayanti wishes and prayers to all of you. Now, like every day, today also we'll have 4 plus one more addition today because today is Geeta Jayanti. Earlier shlokas, then our Veda Parayanam, we will not leave it. And Gita, we'll study little only because we have to do Gita chanting. Then our Guru Ashtakam, third shloka, precisely I'll tell you. Today we'll chant 3 chapters of Gita, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Hardly it will take 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, little speed only we will go. So as every day, let us do Sankalpa. Om Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Asyam Gita Jayantyam Shubhatitau Mama Upata Samasta Dutakshay Dwara Sri Parameshwara Prityartham Parabrahmana Shrutimatu Samasta Rishimani Guru Devata Anugraha द्वारा उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मय के बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत ऋषिमन गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते सांप्रदायनम शास्त्राणाम भगवत भक्त गुरु शिष्य परंपरायाः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्वशांति विश्वकल्याण विश्व एकता विश्व पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निश्चित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां भक्तानां साधकानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणाम् आश्रमाणां महानुभावानां सेवकानां श्रेयभिलाषिणां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्य वीर विजयादि सत्शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति देशभक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अस्यां गीता जयन्त्यां शोधितो शान्तिमन्त्राणाम् उच्चारणं वेदमन्त्राणाम् उच्चारणं गीताध्ययनं गुरु अष्टकस्य पारायणम् अर्थाविष्करणं गीता पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. तो संकल्प इज डन. लेट अस स्टार्ट. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. After our earlier Shanti mantra, Guru mantra, let us do our Krishna Yajurveda Antargata Taittiriya Brahmana Prathama Ashtaka Prathama Prapataka Parayanam. We have to do from the 26th mantra onwards. Just listen, enjoy. Om Atha Shadvimshatamah Mantra Arabhya. Om Dvadashasu विक्रामेष्वग्निमादधीता द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरा देवैनमवरुध्यादत्ते यद्वादशसु विक्रामेष्वादधीत परिमितमवरुन्धीत चक्षुर्निमित आदधीत यद्वादश विक्रामा इति परिमितं चैवापरिमितं चावरुन्धे अनृतं वैवाचा वदति अनृतं मनसा ध्यायति चक्षुर्वै सत्यम् अद्रागित्याह अदर्शमिति तत्सत्यं यश्चक्षुर्निमित्तेऽग्निमाधत्ते सत्य एवैनमाधत्ते तस्मादाहिताग्निर्नानृतं वदेत् नास्य ब्राह्मणो नाश्वान् गृहे वसेत् सत्ये ह्यस्याग्निराहितः आग्नेयी वैरात्रिः आग्नेयाः पशवः ऐन्द्रमहः नक्तङ्गार्हपत्यमादधाति पशूनेवावरुन्धे दिवाहवनीयम् इन्द्रियमेवावरुन्धे अरोद्धिते सूर्य आहवनीयमादधाति एतस्मिन् वै लोके प्रजापतिः प्रजा असृजत प्रजा एव तद्यजमानः सृजते अथो भूतं चैव भविष्यच्चावरुन्धे इडा वै मानवीया यज्ञानुकाशिन्यासीत् सा शृणोत् असुरा अग्निमादधत इति तदगच्छत् ताहवनीयमग्र आददथ अथ गार्हपत्यं अतान्वाहार्यवचनं साब्रवीत् प्रतीच्येषागश्रीरगात् भद्रा भूत्वा परा भविष्यन्तीति यस्यैवमग्निराधीयते प्रतीच्यस्य श्रीरेति भद्रो भूत्वा परा भवति सा शृणोत् देवा अग्निमाददत इति तदगच्छतु तेन्वाहार्यपचनमग्र आददत अथ गार्हपत्यम् अताहवनीयम् साब्रवीत्. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 5 anuvakams per day we are doing. Now let us come to today Geetha Jayanti day. Geetha Denam. The purpose of Geetha is to give us a moksha. Moksha experience comes to us by realizing the Akshara Brahma Anubhuti, and that is the subject Coincidentally, we are studying also. So, 13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga, 6 things asked by Arjuna, Kshetra Kshetragna Jnanam, these three are seen. Gneyam, we are repeatedly studying to at least allow little ideas to form in us. As we grow in age, we become more subtle in our intellect. These things will become more conspicuous and clear. Even in this age, when you try 3, 4, 5, 6 times to deeply listen and contemplate, the age is not a bar at all. Even you also can grasp. The summary of all that is through these indicative definitions, using the meaning of them, trying to reach out to that thing which is meant by those words, we reach to that Akshara Parabrahma. The experience of that is liberation. So that is discovered as our own selves. Please remember, we are already that. Like if you tell that suffering husband, I know you become man, why are you suffering as an husband? Actual thing is what is already man. But through the wife he became a miserable husband. But he forgot he is a man. On manliness is gone. In the same way, we are always the Parabrahma Swarupa. But with the Sharira Manabuddhi, we have become the human beings or the intelligent, non-intelligent, smart, non-smart, emotional. These are all our identities with the Upadhi. Like with the son, the man is father, with the father, man is son, with the wife, he is a husband, with the sister, he is a brother, with the friend, he is a friend. Who is he? All of them, but none of them. So who are we? Are we intelligent? Are we emotional? Are we are strong, etc.? We are all of them, but none of them. We are all of them because of Sharira. I say I'm strong, healthy. With the mana, I say I good in emotions. With the intellect, I say I'm intelligent also. Isn't it? So they are Trupadi. But I am who? None of those. Who am I? That I is called Gneya. That is discovered on meditation. For meditation, you should know what thing to be thought over. That is called these words and their meaning. When you contemplate, you reach to it. It's a long process. So we are given the data to begin with. Now, data will be repeatedly given. You repeatedly receive. You contemplate. You understand the meaning of it. With the understanding, again, when you sit for dhyanam for many years, then all the in between obstructions, doubts, despairs, they keep on moving away, going away. Everything like the cloud, very thick. Sun the other side, zero sun you see. But with the winds coming, little layers of the cloud keep on going. To that extent, the sun little peeps in. Totally, the big winds come, the cloud go away. You are directly in darshana with the sun. In the same way, thick ignorance about the self with these classes, with this study, with this contemplation, meditation, which act like the wind. When the cloud of ignorance slowly goes away, the self understanding, self clarity, finally, I am that self experience comes. This is what happened to everyone who pursued spirituality, took some time, some lives, etc. Same for us also. So, sow the seeds of all this jnanam, and at the elderly age, when you go beyond 50, after finishing all your duties, take it up. This reach to great heights. This is the only thing by which the mukti, the infinite bliss, comes. Freedom from all bondage called miseries also. Okay. So yesterday we have seen the 16th mantra, first line. The second line, only that much we study today. Okay, straight away mantra number 16, 4 times Parayanam. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः। क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ विभाग योगः। षोडश श्लोकः। श्री भगवानुवाच बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् अगेन बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्. Friends, in this shloka, 1, 2, 3, 4 things are taught. Among the 4 of them, we have learnt 2 of them. The remaining things we have to see today. Okay. What is the things which are already seen are Bahirantascha bhutanam acharam charameva cha. So this Gneya Vastu is Bahihi outside as well as Antaha inside also of Bhutanam of all the beings. Yesterday we gave you the example of the space. Okay? It is inside also, it is outside also. Logic is given, examples are given, analysis is done sufficiently. Then the second one is also seen uh, Acharam Charam Evacha. That alone is in the mobile, living and non living, immobile, living and non living, it expresses. So, another way of saying is what? That which is dividing. Bahihi Antaha, inside and outside. That also is that only. That which divides to say Bahihi Antaha. That also is He. So, inside me, let us say, outside me, let us say. What is the parameter from which I am saying in and out to my own body? So, the body also is permeated by Him. So, to inside the hall, outside the hall. Now, what is saying inside and outside the hall? The walls. So, in that wall also, He alone is there. Then, on inquiring about this thing for long time, what it could be, the question comes. It could be only one thing, the pure existence. Existence is the only one which is everywhere. Then existence cannot be seen, perceived. It has to be experienced as by our own self. That is why the third part which we are studying now. What is the third point? After seeing Bahihi Antahacha Bhutanam, it is inside and outside of every name and form, and Acharam Charam, it is only expressing as mobile, immobile, of which in and out is talked. That means in between the demarcating also its own expression. So inside there is space, outside there is space, in the wall there is space. So in the wall only, in the space only, there is a wall projected. Then from the wall standpoint, space is talked as inner and outer. Otherwise, space is neither in nor out. It is one without second. Slowly, these things, when you listen, you are getting a input about the truth, the contemplation. When you do as it is possible to you, the deeper understandings come. Now, देखो, studying Gita and understanding the truth this way, or devoting to God, living life with Karma Yoga, what a loftiness of that life. Living Gita and spirituality and all, like an animal fighting for small little things with our own family members and friends, and doing every crime possible, every dharma possible, and invoking all the curses and let us say नरका and all. What is that wretched life? अब सोचो बेटा, कौन सा तुमको चुनना है और जीना है. तुमने जो चॉइस लिया वो तुम्हारा जीवन होगा, है ना. नो बडी कैन स्टॉप यू. It is always your own choice only. Hmm. Mm, mm. That is done. Bhahirantasya bhutanam acharam charam. Now the next one. If it is so much inside there, outside there, it should be known, it should be seen, it should be experienced, it should be touched. That is the answer given in the second line, first part. Sukshmatvat tat avigneyam. Listen carefully. That being very, very subtle, it cannot be comprehended by the familiar means of knowledge which we have, with which the whole world we are able to see. It is so sukshma. Okay? Means what? It doesn't come in the category of any of the forms, shapes. Therefore, I cannot see. It doesn't fall in the category of the sounds. Therefore, you cannot listen. It doesn't fall in the category of taste or smell or touch. Therefore, the nose and the tongue as well as the skin cannot smell it or taste it or smell it, touch it. That is the meaning of avigneyatvam through the indriyas. So too, the mind which moves in the familiar zone through its emotions or thoughts. The Gneya Paramatma is more subtler than even those familiar emotions, thoughts. Our mind cannot imagine about it, feel about it. So too, intellect works in plannings, works in concepts. The Paramatma is subtler than the intellect, the concept. It is not a concept. It is beyond that. Therefore, intellect also fails to understand it or conceptualize. That is why avigneyam. But it is there very much. है ना? Like one example famous, again the same is the space. You cannot touch the space. करके देखो. If it touching, it is a wind. You cannot smell the space. If your some smell comes, it is of some petrol or kerosene or gas or little rose flower in something. You cannot look at the space. If you can see the space, the other fellow you can't see. You can't do the tasting, touching, smelling, and hearing the space. सुनो, कान स्पेस नहीं सुनाई देता. You can't see it. That, but because the things are moving, there is something in which the things are moving. Therefore, there is something called a space. The space is an understanding. It's a concept intellectual. Okay? Like this object has moved from here. So how it is moved, what is that in which it moved, that is called space. That space is there in which the cell phone moved. That spaceness is concept in the mind. That's why when you sleep, the mind is not there. Therefore, there is no concept of space. Which place we are and all of that are not known. Now, space is also existing. No. Therefore, where is the space existing? It is existing in existence. The space itself, it cannot be comprehended. How can the pure existence, the Paramatma, can be comprehended by any of the faculties? It cannot. But it is very much there. Because of it only, all the space, etc., five elements are there from where the whole world is made. That's for Sukshmatvat. It being so subtle. And like, be attentive. For seeing the forms, the eyes are required in that way. For making concept, the intellect is required. So too, for knowing the truth, only the three things are one Shastra, second is Guru Upadesha, third, the meditation we do as told by the Guru. Then this self, not is understood, not perceived, not felt, but experienced as our own self. So, I experience myself to be existence, which is already there. But these efforts which we put now, which we are told, removes the ignorance, removes the wrong layers, remove the clouds, so that I am in direct darsana of the Lord Sun. In the example of Sun, Sun is other than me. But in the example of this Gneya Vastu, I am that. See the funny thing? I myself am covered by my own ignorance and I am behaving like a funny fool. It happens. I have a knowledge, but some covered my mind. So that day I forgot it. Therefore, I gave a wrong answer to the question. मैं ही भूल गया मेरे अपने आप के ज्ञान को. उसी तरह मैं ही अपने आप को भूल गया. What Shastras do is they remind us what you are, and we understand it. We meditate. In meditation, what happens? What we are not, with which we were always saying I am, all of that is rejected. And what we are actually, we are told to identify with it. This is what meditation does. The true meditation is this, which detaches us from the not self, makes us identify with the self. All bondages are in the not self only. They all go away because I detach from not self. All the bliss and happiness in the self only, because I identify with the self, that blissful, happy self, I remain as. This is in short, this whole spiritual sadhana on Geetha Jayanti day, we are discussing it. Very good thought. Okay. In this very same shloka, the last two things also we discuss now. Durastham cha antikecha tato. Okay. This is self is farther than the forest and it is nearer than the nearest. See the funniness in it. For whom it is farther than the forest, who are never trying for it. Here fartherness is not in place but in time. So one can, without knowing the self, spend 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, one life, two life, three lives, hundreds and thousands lives also. If I am not attending to myself, if I am not doing the due sadhana, to that time I am far away from myself, identify with the self, not self, suffering the samsara. देखो दूरस्थ. Like any example, है ना? Like there is a chavi, it is in the house only, but you don't know where it is kept. So that chavi is very far for you. How far? In the right place when you focus attention and search. Till that time you do all your search elsewhere. You spend for it thousands of years also. That much far is that chavi. Understood? The time in that is ignorance only. The moment you focus it on the place where it is available, in a moment's time you recognize it. In the same way, Antikecha Tat. Those who, by following what Guru Shastra saying, search for that Paramatma or Parabrahma in their own self. It is so close. How much close it is? It is me only. अंतिकेचा इतना पास में है कि वो और मैं दो नहीं है. मैं वही हूँ, वो मैं ही हूँ. दूरस्थम च अंतिकेच तत्. है ना? Like any values also. Okay, झूठ बोलता हूँ मैं. To me, speaking truth is so far. Thousands of years I can speak untruth only. But the moment I decide, yeah, by speaking lies, I am only suffering, I am troubling the world. Let me be truthful from now on. At the very moment you are truthful. Isn't it? Antikecha. When you choose, it is with you. When you don't choose, it is away from you. The goodness far away from me because I never gave importance to it. Only bad life I was living. The moment I decided I want to be good and noble, Antike. In the same way, for those who never study Shastras, never contemplate, as told by Guru Shastra, the self is very far. Self is blissfulness. Therefore, self is far away, his bliss is far away. Therefore, they search happiness only to become miserable in the not self. Think about it. So, in this way, Bahihi Antaha cha Bhutanam Acharam Charam Sukshmatva tad Avigneyam Durastam cha Antike cha Tat. In the same way, two more shlokas are there which talk in the same way about the Gneya Vastu. After that, then Prakriti Purusha, they are taken for discussion. Okay, I'm just giving the ideas, listen them 3, 4, 5, 6 times, then you can make some ideas, concepts. Then on that throughout life, till the experience comes, one has to go on, meditate, contemplate. Okay, we stop it here. Let us take up our fourth thing of the day, that is Guru Ashtakam chanting. Mm. Mm. Yes. Second one we saw yesterday. Today, third one. Very simple. What is that? Om Adashri Adya Shankaracharya Krita Guru Ashtakam. Third mantra I am doing 3 times. I will explain you the meaning. षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चेन्न लग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् अगेन षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चेन्न लग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् अगेन षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे मनश्चेन्न लग्नं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्. So only by Guru's grace the experience of the self happens. That only gives moksha. So if we have not got moksha, that means we are in bondage. We are in bondage means we have not got the grace of Guru. We have not got the grace of Guru means we are not his devotee. So without following this process of being devotee of Guru, taught by him, knowing the self and liberating, anything else we do, anything else we achieve, it is still bondage. Therefore, when you come to such great Bhagavan or Shruti Mata and say, "Ki this thing I have done, that thing I have achieved, that thing I have achieved," the question asked is, Tata Kim, so what, so what, so what, so what? Did you develop the devotion at the feet of the Guru or not? No. Then whatever you have achieved, so what? They are not going to give you liberation, they will bind you only. So this is what is the third and fourth line of every shloka. First and second line, the different achievements which we achieve through our efforts are shown. And we are told even that also causes bondage. Now in today's shloka, something vichitra. It is talked about the scriptural knowledge only if it is gained. But yet, if you don't have devotion to the feet of the Guru, still you are bound. Therefore, what is the use of all of that? Very interesting, na? So the shloka is Shad Anga Adi Vedaha. Shad Anga means 6 limbs, which have to be thoroughly mastered first. After which only all the 4 Vedas can be studied and mastered. Okay? The 4 Vedas are Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda. In them only the entire knowledge of whole life and how to live everything is given. But who can understand the Vedas? Who have studied Vedanga? What are the Vedanga? There are 6 limbs. Shiksha, Kalpaha, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Chanda, Jyotisham. In these 6 things when we master, with that when we study Veda, we will be able to understand what is said in Vedas. So here it says, Shadanga Adi Vedaha. All I have studied. Not only that, many other Puranas, Itihasas, them also have studied. How much I have studied? So much I studied that you touch me from my mouth, the entire Shastra Vidya, like when on the, what do you call them, dams, gates are opened. How the water like the flood flows, that way from my mouth, all Shastras are oozing out. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, Upanishads, and other texts like Bhagavad Gita, Rama, and Bhagavatam, all of them I am able to bring out from my mouth. So much study, so much memory I have. That is the meaning of Shad Angadi Vedaha, so to Mukhe Shastra Vidya. I have achieved this. Not only that, 2 more things. Kavitvadi Gadyam. Kavitva. I can be a Kavi, I am a Kavi. So many things I have visualized and gave them poet shape, poem shape. Then Gadyam, so many of the proses and articles and books on various topics I have written. And Supadyam, lot of compositions I have done in various ragas. So I have written the padyams, poems, I have written the songs and gane, and I have written lot of articles, etc. Hundreds and thousands of them, and touch me from my mouth. All the Shastra Jnana comes of all the Shruti Smriti Purana. आप बताइए गुरु, how much great I am. Or, hey Shruti Mata, oh God. Okay, what you told is fine. I have only one question to ask you. Do you have devotion at the feet of your Guru? No, 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 I don't have that. Then Tataha Kim. षडंगादि वेद ततः किम मुखे शास्त्र विद्या ततः किम कवित्वादि गद्यम ततः किम सुपद्यं करोति ततः किम. They are not going to give moksha. They give you name and fame. They give you lot of respect in the world. They give you lot of promotions and titles. They may fetch lot of money to you. They may give lot of enjoyments, bhoga, but not the moksha. And all this intellectual knowledge, as you become old, one by one thing you forget only, isn't it? And you die only as an individual, only to be born next life, again in the same wretched world. Therefore, even a person who says, I have studied 6 Vedangas and 4 Vedas and every Shastra and I can utter all of them without seeing book by heart, and so too, even I can write Gadya, Padya, Gana, Ityadi, still Tatakim, so what, so what, so what, so what? Guru Angri Padma Charanam, Guru Angri Padme Manalagnam. है ना? When we have devotion at the feet of Guru, all these also will give if required, and he gives that jnana, that push by which the self is known and liberation happens. Hope you are catching, dear youngsters. Such a powerful is Guru Ashtakam. है ना? Like good food is there, you are terribly hungry. That food you are putting in the nose, putting in the ears, putting in the eyes, holding in the hand. How much ever you do, will your hunger satiate? Will your energy come? No, why? You have to put it in the mouth only. Isn't it? In the same way, only in knowing the God there is moksha, not by all this. Isn't it? Even the ATM machine, में you put the card, 4 digits, 3 digits correctly you type. एक digit भी गलत बोला तो 1 रुपये भी नहीं देगा वो. It won't say you ask for 300, so 2/3 you have correctly typed, 400, so 300 देता हूँ मैं. ऐसा नहीं होता वो. In the same way, only in experiencing ourselves to be that infinite Paramatma, that there is a moksha. Other than that, all these things may give us some worldly pleasure, not liberation. But these knowledge is gained when they used for only meditation and know the truth, then that is helpful. So therefore, study Shastra to focus the mind on the self. As you reach to the self, experience it, nothing else is required. Tatra Vedaha Vedaha Bhavanti. And the Vedas have come to indicate me to myself. I have recognized myself. No need of Vedas. Like that. So, 3 mantras. Let us chant. Shariram Surupam Yatha Vakalatram Yashascharuchitram Dhanam Merutulyam Gurorangripadme Manaschenna Lagnam Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Kalatram Dhanam Putra Pautradi Sarvam Gruham Bandhava Sarvametadhi Jatam Gurorangripadme Manaschenna Lagnam Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Shadangadi Mukhe Shastra Vidya Kavitwadi Gadyam Supadyam Karoti Manasche Gurorangripadme Manaschenna Lagnam Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim. Like that 4 more mantras. Tomorrow we'll see one of them. एक दिन एक कर लो बस है. Now this should give you slowly, steadily that maturity of what is essential in human life. For what? All the things that are given. For what? All the given things we have to utilize. When used, they also get fulfilled. We also get fulfillment. All those maturities slowly are given to you. The more you understand the true purpose of life and how to achieve it and focusing on that, the unnecessary things behind which we were running and getting kicked, all that is avoided. This is called technically in Vedantic Bhasha, samsara. This is called as sadhana. So from a samsari, you are trained to become sadhaka. All things remain same. You get married, you have your children, you will go to your office, you earn the money. None of them are obstructions for spiritual realization. If you are doing them only for dharma sake and spiritual sadhana, you are following as it is, as said by the rishis or the gurus. That's why in all our Rishi Muni Parampara, not that everybody is a sannyasi. There are many sannyasis, Jivan Muktas, but many Grahasthas, Rajarshis, they also, while maintaining outer life, they have realized the self. Outer thing they used to do just out of some service or some obligation, or just Lord has given that work. Sannyasi means he doesn't even do that also. He's only in the self bliss, teaching that only whoever come to him. That also if he's a Acharya Guru Sannyasi. A Guru Acharya bhi nahi hai, so he only revels in the self. Bas, to maintain the body till it falls, he goes for Bhiksha here and there, din mein ek bar jo mila khaya, all the time in the self. Even though his Indriyas are functioning, he knows the Indriyas and the world presented with the Indriyas, all of that is me only. Clear? So this is how we have done today all the four things of Guru Ashtakam one mantra, Geetha, Sukshmatva Tadavigneyam Durastama Chantike Chatata, five more mantras of our Krishna Vedantara Taitya Brahmanam, our earlier chants. Now, today being Bhagavad Gita Jayanti, I need not tell you because every day we are studying. Gita is given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna during battlefield on the first day. Because Arjuna was confused, deluded, he asked the Lord, teach me, I am your disciple. Save me, I am your devotee. कार्पण्य दोषो बहत स्वभाव पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यच्छ्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि मे शिष्यस्तेहं शाधि मां त्वां ब्रह्मन्. Now problems of Arjuna being universal problem, the solution of Gita given to Arjuna by Lord becomes a solution universally to all of us. That is why we are studying Gita. Okay, it has 18 chapters. Every chapter is named as yoga. In and through the study of each chapter, we are trained this or that technique to wean away from the causes of bondage and take us toward the liberation. So you divide it into the Karma Shatka, Bhakti Shatka, Jnana Shatkam, and then keep on studying. As we go on studying, slowly the understanding maturity comes. That is the glory of Bhagavad Gita. Whoever have studied the Gita properly from the Guru and practiced it, every one of them got blessings or the benefits in their own respective lives, whatever they are. A doctor became a good, great, noble doctor, contributing to the world. A lawyer became a better lawyer. A engineer became engineer better. So Gita makes every professional better in their professions, along with guiding them for the highest profession of spiritual unfoldment. And it is understandable. It is given to a modern man of this time. Not like very the Upanishads and all, which are very sublime and highest. Gita teaches highest, content wise is highest, but the way it is presented is feasible, acceptable, understandable by all of us, the ordinary folks. And you have seen it last 444 days. 444. Today is 444 day of our Bhagavad Gita. And date also 22 22 22 12 2023. Next month 2201-2024, our Sri Rama Mandir inauguration in Ayodhya. Pray mentally that everything goes on beautifully. Go if possible. मैं तो एक साल बाद जाऊंगा. It's such a bid I cannot झेलो. भगवान चाहे तो होएगा. We are doing from August 5, 2020 the whole study of Valmiki Ramayana, whole study of Tulsi, whole study of Adhyatma. That is my contribution for that Rama Mandir from last 1200 days. Without break, every day Rama Katha we are doing. So when the Lord blesses, we'll have the darshan. So that is, by the way, I am telling you, that is Rama Katha. This is today's Gita Jayanti. We are studying Gita. Gita's glory is this one. You are listening, therefore you got any idea definitely. But not what is more required is more unbiased, deep, sincere study and understanding and practically doing. Then only we really come out of the problems, live joyful life. Okay. Of that Bhagavad Gita today, we'll chant 6, 7, 8, 3 chapters only. Morning I have done 1, 2 and the earlier class 3, 4, 5. Now 6, 7, 8. Evening I have 2 classes. That time maybe 2 chapters I do. बाकी रात में मैं सोने के टाइम पढ़ूंगा. Okay. Om पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः आत्मसंयमयोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच I'll go a little faster. अनाश्रितः कर्मफलं कार्यं कर्म करोति यः स सन्न्यासी च योगी च न निरग्निर्न चाक्रियः यं सन्न्यासमिति प्राहुः योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव न ह्यसन्न्यस्तसङ्कल्पः योगी भवति कश्चन आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगं कर्मकारणमुच्यते योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते यदा हिनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्यते सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मनः जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत् जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानावमानयोः ज्ञानविज्ञानतृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्थद्वेष्य बन्धुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीरपरिग्रहः शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं चैलाजिनकुशोत्तरम् तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युञ्ज्याद् योगमात्मविशुद्धये समं कायशिरो ग्रीवं धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन् प्रशान्तात्मा विगतभीः ब्रह्मचारी व्रते स्थितः मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तः युक्त आसीत् मत्परः युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी नियतमानसः शान्तिं निर्वाणपरमां मत्संस्थामधिगच्छति नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति न चैकान्तमनश्नतः न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव च अर्जुन युक्ताहारविहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः यदा विनीतं चित्तमात्मन्येवावतिष्ठते निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यः युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा यथा दीपो निवातस्थः नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता योगिनो यतचित्तस्य युञ्जतो योगमात्मनः यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तद् बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियं वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यतेनाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोगवियोगं योगसङ्गितं सनिश्चयेन योक्तव्यः योगो निर्विण्णचेतसा सङ्कल्पपर्वान् कामान् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः शनैः शनैरुपरमेतु बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत् यतो यतो निश्चरति मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरं ततस्ततो नियम्यैतद् आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत् प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनं योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम् उपैति शान्तरजसं ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषं युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्मसंस्पर्शमत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र समदर्शनः यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति सर्वभूतस्य तं यो मां भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति अर्जुन सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन एतस्याहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिरां चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाति बलवदृढं तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम् श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहं चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते असंयतात्मना योगः दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः वश्यात्मना तु तथा शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः अर्जुन उवाच अयति श्रद्धयोपेतः योगाचलितमानसः अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिं कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति कच्छिन्नो भयविभ्रष्टः छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्रह्मणः पति एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण छेत्तुमर्हस्य शेषतः त्वदन्यसंशयस्यास्य स्यास्य क्षेता न ह्युपपद्यते श्रीभगवानुवाच पार्थ नैवेह नामुत्र विनाशस्तस्य विद्यते न हि कल्याणकृत् कश्चित् दुर्गतिं तात गच्छति प्राप्य पुण्यकृतान् लोकान् उषित्वा शाश्वती समाः शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगं भ्रष्टो विजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम् एतद्विदुर्लभतरं लोके जन्म यदीदृशं तत्र तं बुद्धिसंयोगं लभते पौर्वदैहिकं यत ते च ततो भूयः संसिद्धौ कुरुनन्दन पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव ह्रियते यवशोभिसः जिज्ञासुरविरोग योगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते प्रयत्नादितमानस्तु योगी संशुद्ध किल्बिषः अनेक जन्म संसिद्धः ततो याति पराङ्गतिं तपस्विभ्योऽधिको योगी ज्ञानिभ्यो विमतोऽधिकः कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तस्मात् योगी भव अर्जुन योगी नामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमोमतः ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे आत्मसंयमयोगो नाम षष्ठोऽध्यायः। ओम श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ सप्तमोऽध्यायः ज्ञानविज्ञानयोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ओम मय्यासक्तमना पार्थ योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रयः असंशयं समग्रं मां यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानमिदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यत् ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद्यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः भूमिरापो नलो वायुः कं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहङ्कार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टदा अपरेयमितस्त्वन्यां प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूता महाबाहो येदं धार्यते जगत् एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीत्युपधारय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि सूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे पौरुषं ऋषु पुण्यो गन्धपृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि भावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं बलं बलवतां चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्माविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ ये चैव सात्विका भावाः राजसास्तामसाश्चे मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वं तेषु देमयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैः एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययं दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामे वये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढाः प्रपद्यन्ते न राधमः माययापहृतज्ञानाः आसुरभावमाश्रिताः चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च वरदर्शभ तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञान्योत्यर्थम् अहं च मम प्रियः उदारा सर्व एव हिते ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः स युक्तात्मा मामिमां तु मां गतिं बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेवस्तर्वमिति समहात्मासु दुर्लभः कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्तेऽन्य देवताः तं तं नियममास्ताय प्रकृत्या नीता स्वया यो यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः श्रद्धया अर्चितुमिच्छति तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धां तामेव विददाम्यहं सतया श्रद्धया युक्तः तस्याराधनमीयते लभते च ततः कामान् मयैव वितानि तान् अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसां देवान् देवयजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यन्ते माम बुद्धयः परं भावमजानन्तः ममाप्येमनुत्तमं नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढो यं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययं वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि च अर्जुन भविष्याणि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन इच्छा द्वेषसमुत्थेन द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप येषां त्वन्तगतं पापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ताः भजन्ते मां दृढव्रताः जरामरणमोक्षाय मामाश्रित्य यतन्ति ये ते ब्रह्म तद्विदुः कृष्णमध्यात्मं कर्म चाखिलं साधिभूतादिदैवं मां साधियज्ञं च ये विदुः प्रयाणकालेऽपि च मां ते विदुरुक्तचेतसः ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे ज्ञानविज्ञानयोगो नाम सप्तमोऽध्यायः। ओम श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः अक्षरपरब्रह्मयोगः। अर्जुन उवाच किं तद् ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मं किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम् अधिदैवं किमुच्यते अधियज्ञः कथं कोत्र देहेऽस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाणकाले च कथं ज्ञेयोऽसि नियतात्मभिः। श्रीभगवानुवाच अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽध्यात्ममुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरः विसर्गकर्मसंज्ञितः अधिभूतं क्षरो भावः पुरुषश्चादिदैवतम् अधियज्ञोऽहमेवात्र देहे देहभृतां वर अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति भवति नास्त्यत्र संशयः यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजत्यन्ते कलेवरं तं तमेवैति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भाव भावितः तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मर युद्धे च मयि अर्पितमनो बुद्धिः मामेवैष्यस्य संशयम् अभ्यासयोगयुक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन् कविं पुराणमनुशासितारम् अणोरणीयां समनुस्मरेद्यः सर्वस्य दातारमचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् ततं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यं यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति विशन्ति यद्यतयो वीतरागाः यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं सङ्ग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्न्यादायात्परप्राणमास्थितो योगधारणाम् ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यप्रयाति त्यजन्देहं स याति परमां गतिम् अनन्यचेताः सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सर्वपार्थ नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः मामुपेत्य पुनर्जन्म दुःखालयं शाश्वतं नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमाङ्गदाः आब्रह्मभुवनान् लोकाः पुनरावर्तनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सहस्रयुगपर्यन्तं हर्यद्ब्रह्मणो विदुः रात्रिं युगसहस्रान्तां देहोरात्रविदो जनाः अव्यक्ताद्व्यक्तयः सर्वाः प्रभवन्त्यः रागमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्रैवाव्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्रामस्य एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे वशः पार्थ प्रभवत्यः रागमे परस्तस्मात् भावोऽन्यो व्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः यस्य सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तः तमाहुः परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम पुरुषस्य परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्तनन्यया यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं जगत् यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम् आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते शुक्लकृष्णे गतिः हेते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकयायात्यना वृत्तिम् अन्यया वर्तते पुनः नैते सुदीपार्थ जानन् योगी मुह्यते कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भव अर्जुन वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत्पुण्यफलं प्रतिष्ठम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे अक्षरपरब्रह्मयोगो नाम अष्टमोऽध्यायः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः ॐ तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु ओम भूर्भुवस्वः प्राणाय पानव्यान उदान समान ब्रह्मणे मध्यमध्ये अमृतवान्यं नीराजनं दर्शयामि. Today Geetha Jayanti we do आरती. ओम नदत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्रताक्षरक्षवारणे पार्षदरूपाय गीताचार्याय मंगलम् पार्थाय प्रतिबोधतामवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन कृतां पुराणमन्यामध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्धाय भगवद्गीते भगवद्वैष्णवं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या भक्तिविद्या योगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः मंगलगुरुदेवाय मनगुणात्मने सर्वक्षणया साधरूपाय मंगलम्. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री गीता माता की जय. बोल श्री वेदव्यास भगवान की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक की जय. समस्त ऋषि गुरु देवता परंपरा की जय. समस्त श्रुति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय. समस्त युवा मंडल की जय. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स. वी हैव नॉट एक्सीडेड एनी टाइम. सेम टाइम थोड़ा क्लास कम करके 3 चैप्टर्स वी हैव डन. यू डू एवरी डे वन चैप्टर. एक हफ्ता एक चैप्टर डेली. यू विल गेट ए बाय हार्ट ऑफ इट. और एवरी डे वन चैप्टर. Like that, many techniques are there by which you can become familiar with Geeta. Anyway, classes you are attending, you match both of them, then you'll be able to know the meaning of it. Live life according to Geeta. Definitely will be evolving. Okay. Once again, congrats and all the best wishes and prayers on this most divine auspicious day of Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. So you also do some certain things. Tell your friends about these classes. Let them attend, learn, and get benefited. Thank you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mahaprayat Shanto Mucchete Vandebhya Muktaschanyan Vimochet Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Paramarshubhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namah. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanastu. Bol Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Geeta Mata ki jai. Vedavyasa Bhagavan ki jai. समस्त गुरु परंपरा की जय. अस्मद गुरु परंपरा की जय. सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय. थैंक यू. Thank you.